Good evening. So today we're doing a video for a sociology class regarding deviance and crime. So my understanding is deviance is basically a crime made up by a particular culture, um, in which like the culture has rules in regards to what is acceptable. Um, and when you go against those rules that have been outlined in the culture, then you have been deemed to have committed a crime. So, for instance, in my family, so in my culture, um, the woman is not supposed to have kids out without being married. So when a woman does have a child without having a husband, she has been deemed to have committed a crime in the culture and then outcasted. And then for crime, so crime is an act done that parties have already deemed to be like unlawful. You know, so the higher governing parties have already deemed that it is unlawful, a crime to commit murder. So if an individual goes out there and kills someone, then they have committed a crime and so for receives the punishment that the governing parties have deemed necessary and appropriate for the crime committed. So functionalists, they believe crime is needed. You see, so they think that it's needed so that we learn what is right and what is wrong. And it helps us determine, it helps the lawmakers determine what punishments are appropriate and what is then to be considered a crime or not. So, say for instance, nobody ever knew that snatching a lady's purse was considered a theft. So, many people had to snatch purses for the governing lawmakers to deem that snatching a purse is considered a crime, and we have set the punishment in accordance to snatching a purse. So if you snatch a purse, then you get this punishment. Um, interactionalism, I'm sorry, conflict, that's what I said, conflict perspective, conflict theory, they believe that the wealthy people are the ones who should determine what is a crime or not. If it affects the richest person's household or whatever, or in their community, if it affects them, then conflict perspective people think that it should be deemed a crime and they should be able to set whatever punishment for that crime. So I look at it like um, if a person was to kill someone in a wealthy neighborhood in their wealthy community, then they feel like since they have a lot of money, they should be able to set the punishment for that person. You know, they don't want to leave it up to the lawmakers. They believe that since they have a lot of money, um, they should be able to determine what punishment the person has for whatever crime that they committed. I think my perspective is on the part of a functionalism, because I think crime is necessary for society to function, you know. Because if there was no crime, then we possibly wouldn't need police officers. We wouldn't need we wouldn't need laws and things of that nature. Like we need things to happen, so therefore we know um, what is considered a crime or not. We know no one never knew that um, disciplining your child and maybe marks um, coming up on your child would be considered child abuse. Because the parents feel like, okay, my child is being disobedient and they should be disciplined. Oh my God, my child is easily to be marked. So now they have a mark on it, and now society has deemed that to be a crime. So had we not had these type of instances happen, then we would have never knew that that was a crime. So I think I strive on or live by the functionalism theory, because crime is necessary in society for us to know and determine what is considered right and wrong. This is Shakina Hodges. Thank you for listening.